Good morning, class. We're just waiting for your other classmates to join the Zoom meeting. Maybe we'll start at 9:25. So, good morning, class. I think si Mr. Berceles na lang yung kulang. So, I'll take your attendance first. Arsena,
Present po.
Atienza,
Present po.
Bernardo,
Present po.
Benavides,
Present po.
Kahandab,
Present po.
Corpus, Corpus,
Present po.
Dayaw,
Present po.
Eduvas,
Present.
Eneria,
Present po.
Fiolog,
Present po.
Jeronimo,
Present po.
Gregorio,
Present
Gre-
po.
mm, Ligasan,
Present po.
Makabenta,
Present po.
Magno,
Present po.
Malinis,
Present po.
Maninang,
Present po.
Marcelino,
Present po.
Mendoza,
Present.
Merida,
Present po.
Ocampo,
Present po.
Sawal,
Present po.
Sunico,
Po.
Tadeo,
Present po.
Velayo,
Present po.
Verceles. So, paki-contact si Verceles na mag-join siya sa Zoom meeting kasi siya yung last student to enroll. Vicente,
Present po.
Villena.
Present po.
Okay, thank you. So, ayun. Can you see my screen? Kita yung screen, class?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. So, good morning again, class. I'll be discussing the lesson 1, which is planning the thesis or research, selecting the research topic. Though we already selected your topic on the first week, but still I'll need to discuss this part. Okay? So, first things first, sir, report the background noise. May renovation kasi sa house. So, how to start? I think you all already know how to start on how to select a topic for your research. So, research is creating new knowledge by Neil Armstrong. Choosing an interesting topic for your research study is the first challenge. So, basically, I already asked you to give me in a few topics with regards to your research like what they call this research specialization that you wanted to pursue with your thesis. But yun nga, nag-choose lang tayo ng isa for the group. But for your thesis, you already know that you need to work individually. So you will be able to choose what topic you wanted to pursue with the guidance of your advisor. Of course, hindi lang tayo basta namimili ng topic. So, ayun na si Berceles. So, we wanted to choose a topic na gusto natin gawin. Kasi, if we don't want to pursue that specific topic na, kasi yun lang yung madaling gawin, yun lang yung readily available na gusto ni advisor or potential advisor na gusto mo. So, baka mamaya matagalan ka lang gumawa ng research. Okay? So, you should be working on a research that is close to your heart and yun talagang alam mong gawin. Or hindi mo man pa fully alam gawin, you eager to pursue that specific topic. Okay? Kasi yan yung nagiging problem specifically with regards to, yun nga, doing your thesis. Not only for undergrads, but also for graduate students. Pag napipilitin lang sila na gawin yung specific topic na hindi naman nila gustong gawin, yun yung nagiging bottleneck nila. Kasi hindi sila interested with that specific topic. So, pag nag-thesis 1 na kayo, I highly suggest na as early as now, nag-iisip na kayo ng potential topic na gusto nyong gawin. And I also encouraging you as early as now, look for the right advisor na mag-work doon with regards to your chosen topic or topics. Okay? Here are some tips. Choose a topic that you are interested in. The research process is more relevant if you care about your topic. So as mentioned earlier, narrow your topic to something manageable. That is why your advisor or your teacher is always asking, what is the scope of your research? Hindi natin pwedeng lahat i-study yung isang topic, especially if masyadong malawak yon. Knowing na you only have how many months to finish a specific research or thesis. A very broad topic will result to too much information and you will not be able to focus. So remember that for your proposal and final defense, you're only allowed to present your presentation around 20 minutes maximum. So keep in mind that we need to or you need to present your paper na maintindihan ng panel members around 20 minutes. Kasi beyond that, masyado nang hahaba yung paper nyo and hindi na rin masyadong magagrasp ni panel members yung gusto nyong sabihin. Since there will be a series of presenters, especially now that by batch na yung mangyayaring defense starting this term, by batch na yung presentation. So, we designed the defense presentation, merong batch 1 and batch 2. So, hindi na siya yung schedule natin na, ay, mauna ako ng ganitong araw. So, we'll be doing the defense by batch. So, 2 batch lang ngayon. So, per week, I forgot, week 9 and week 11 ata. So, ayun. So, yung mauunang magpasa ng manuscript nila na approve ni advisor will be presenting on week 9 and then week 11 na yung last batch. That's for the last trimester. So for the next term, I believe next term na kayo yung iba, di ba? So we will be deciding what schedule yung magiging defense nyo. Maaring maging 1 batch na lang or 2 batch pa rin. So, depende yun sa mapag-uusapan ng faculty. But for this trimester, yun yung magiging schedule. Hindi na yung kalat-kalat. So, magiging parang ano na siya, by batch na. Okay? So, background reading and writing can help you choose and limit the scope of your topic. So, minsan, kagaya ng naging student ko na, so instead na you focus more on, for example, the whole Philippines, you can just focus more on the local. Maybe for NCR, since they have maybe the same cohort rather than comparing all the cohorts within the Philippines. So it will be depending on your advisor on how you will be managing yung participants nyo. Okay, and what will be the scope of your research? Refer to lecture notes in your methods of research class and required text to refresh your knowledge and knowledge of the course and assignment. So I think you're already familiar naman on how to do research, especially the seniors. Medyo batak na kayo naman sa paggawa ng research. So for every subjects or most of your subjects requires you to do research. So most of you are already familiar on how you would do a specific type of research. So we have yung survey type and yung experimental. So yun yung types of research na ginagawa natin sa IAMG or yung capstone or yung company-based project or company-based thesis. So talk about research ideas with a friend. He or she may be able to help you focus your topic by discussing issues that didn't occur to you at first. So maybe you're not that familiar with that specific topic that you wanted to pursue. You might ask your friend or your seniors on how they do that specific topic that you wanted to pursue. Think of the who, what, when, and where, and why questions. Why did you choose the topic? What interests you about it? Do you have an opinion about the issues involved? So we need to answer those questions, and your research should answer this question. So why? First, why? Who? Who are the information providers on this topic? So sino yung magiging participants nyo or respondents? Who might publish information about it? Meron ba kayong makukuhang mga literature review with regards to that specific topic? Who is affected by the topic? So, sino ba yung makikinabang? Or sino ba yung magiging potential respondents? Do you know of organization or institution affiliated with this topic? So, if capstone or experimental or even survey, sino ba yung mga target respondents nyo? Okay? So what are the major questions for this topic? So that's why we're identifying the problem statements. Is there a debate about the topic? So ngayon pa lang dapat naiisip nyo na is it hard for me to defend that specific topic or not? Okay? If yes, how will you resolve that specific problem? Are there any range of issues and viewpoints to consider? Such as yung ano nga, for example, you're dealing with different cohorts. So, in your research title or in your research, how will you deal with those specific cohorts or variability or potential bias? Where is your topic important? At the local, national, or international level? Are there specific places affected by the topic? So yun nga, depending on the range or research local of your research. So maybe it is just applicable for those industries na gusto mong gawin yung research mo. For example, you're doing a capstone thesis with regards to plastic manufacturing companies. So maybe your research is just applicable for that specific area or industry. But still, meron pa rin siyang generalizability. So, for IE, so we're not limiting yung study nyo just to focus on survey, experiment, but also the real applications or yung talagang applications to company. So you could also do researches or thesis with a company. But you need to think about the generalizability or yung applicability nung magiging research nyo. For example, as mentioned earlier, if you would be doing yung research nyo to a plastic manufacturing company, you should think about, is it the real problem of the plastic industries in the Philippines? Or is it a problem of a 3 or 4 plastic companies in the Philippines? So that's how we do with case study, di ba? With capstone. So sometimes meron lang tayong capstone, a company capstone, based on ano lang, parang singular company lang siya applicable. So meron naman tayong capstone na applicable for many companies or in an industry. So basically, that's how you deal with the locality of your research. Okay? So meron namang national level. For example, yung mga survey questions natin with regards, kaya ibang title natin, di ba? A case study in the Philippines or a case study in Luzon. Yes, Miss Mendoza, are you raising your hand?
Yes, sir. Good morning po.
Mm.
In case po na kunwari yung study is sa company,
Mm.
kailangan po ba, paano ba? Parang meron silang consent na
Yes.
mag-i-study kami.
Yes, you need the consent of the company. Kasi there might be confidential data that makakasama dun sa research mo. So you need to ask the information of the company first. So if you're already working and you wanted to pursue your thesis with regards to your company, it is better for you to ask the permission first para wala silang habol dun sa mga data, since potentially malalaman nung mga panel members yung data mo or yung magiging results ng data mo. And also, di ba yung mga company kasi may mga confidentiality yan.
Yes, sir.
So you need to ask first. Kasi
Okay.
yun yung talaga, yung protocol natin. Ganon din naman sa survey eh. We need to ask first if they are agreeing on taking yung mga natin, yung mga demographics, maybe yung email. So not necessarily yung mga name ng mga participants, but maybe yung age nila or gender. So we need to abide the law for data privacy. Okay?
Thank you po,
ayun.
sir. Thank you
Okay.
po.
So lastly, when is or was your topic important? It is a current event or an historical issue. Do you want to compare your topic by time period? So, kagaya ng isang topic na na-approve ko with regards, so natataon ngayon, with regards to energy problem natin due to the war in the Middle East. So, ayun. Of course, it is relevant today. So, it is a good study to be a, what do you call this? Kasi, with regards to, di ba yung nakaraang pandemic, yung COVID, lahat ng research na punta sa COVID-19. So, I think that specific topic will be a good topic since magiging baseline siya from the Philippines or other Southeast Asian countries or developing countries. Pwede na lang yung maging basis. Okay? So once you have selected a topic, look for background information that will help you prepare for further research by explaining all the issues related to your topic, especially when you're investigating a field that's unfamiliar to you. So that is why meron tayong background of the study. So we are formulating background of the study to establish yung topic natin and eventually tackling about the research gap, the problem statement, and eventually leading to our objectives. So, di ba ganun tayo gumawa nung introduction natin? Information may come from dictionaries, handbooks, and encyclopedia. So, for the background information, mostly sa books tayo or yung mga journal article tayo nagsasite. So, hindi lang basta-basta sa internet, but sa published and reliable journal articles such as yung Science Direct, Taylor and Francis, yung mga nakapublish sa ResearchGate, Google Scholar, and other relevant websites na legit. Okay? Statistical guides, almanacs, biographical sources, handbooks, research journals, news articles, online references with should be facts and figures. Bibliographies of books, articles, and etc. So basically, I think you're already familiar kung saan tayo kumukuha ng mga information natin na ilalagay sa research natin. So, Science Direct is readily available for us Mapuan since we all have the access for that. So we don't need to use yung yung ibang platforms such as yung Sci-Hub. But if wala tayong access, though I'm not recommending that, you could use that in order for you to get those information or those paper para magka-access kayo. But I think now there are some limitations. Parang 2020 pababa na. But we're already 2026, so dapat yung mga year na kukuhanin nyo for this specific paper na gagawin nyo or sa future research nyo, such as yung thesis nyo, should be around 5 years. Since yun yung nire-require lagi natin. And also the publications. So, since yung recent researches yung gusto nating laging kinoconsider kasi yung more than 5 years, parang nagiging obsolete na siya since nag-change ng mabilis yung information. Specifically now, that especially if you're dealing with IT or software or coding, mas mabilis mag-iba yung mga type of researches with regards to that specific field compared, for example, ergonomics, compared with work measurements. So, nakadepende pa rin naman dun with regards to specific area na nag-work kayo kasi minsan wala naman talagang makitang literature review for that specific topic. So, inaalaw pa rin naman yung mga topic na ganun. But for ITs, computer science, since they have a fast-changing environment or researches or field, dapat mas maliit yung magiging gap nung tinitignan nyo. Maybe around 3 years lang. So, merong mga ganun na scenario. So, about Wikipedia, so I don't need to further explain this. We already know na na-edit naman yung mga information sa Wikipedia. So, it's really hard for us to make Wikipedia as our reference. Kasi anyone could collaborate doon sa Wikipedia and could change those information. Unlike those papers published in a journal articles, di ba? Or books, which is more reliable. So I will not delve deeper into that. Remember, Wikipedia can be a good source of information, but you should be careful in which of those information will be useful to your research. So, meron naman mga information sa Wikipedia kasi 'di ba, yung mga references doon clickable naman. So, you could cross-check or cross-validate if talaga bang legit yung mga information na nilagay nila doon based doon sa references na nakalagay for that specific statements. Properly cite the sources of information taken from Wikipedia. So how we do citation, di ba? For example, sa journal article tayo, if that specific statement or statements na gusto nating i-cite, paano natin siya isa-cite? Is it, for example, meron statement niya is, yan, Wikipedia can be a good source of information, etc., etc. So, meron nakalagay dito, citation by Marinas et al. 2026. But yung journal article mo is from Berceles 2024. Ay, 2027, for example. So, ano yung isa-cite mo? Ang gusto mong i-cite or gusto mong i-cite is yung Wikipedia, etc., etc., Marinas 2026. Pero yung main article mo is titled Mapua University from TriSem to QuadSem, Berceles 2027. So, ano ba yung dapat mong i-cite doon? Si Marinas 2026 Marinas et al. 2026 or Berceles 2027? So, class, ano yung isa-cite nyo doon? Yung statement na gusto nyong kuhanan is yung Marinas 2026. So, sino dapat ang isa-cite doon? Yung journal na pinagkuhanan nyo o yung statements na kukuhanan nyo ng statement? Anyone from the class? Anyone from the class that could answer my question? Any guess? Especially the seniors. Paano kayo nagsa-cite nung nung citation? Makabenta. So for example, meron tayong whole journal. So ang author na yung kagaya ng sinabi ko yung title nun, for example, Mapua University Shifting from TriSem to QuadSem by Berceles 2027. And then meron kayong gustong kuhanin na statement and then kunwari ito nga yung Wikipedia can be a good source of information, etc., etc., by Marinas et al. 2026. So ano yung isa-cite nyo? Si Berceles 2027 or si Marinas et al. 2026? Naomi, ano yung ano nun? Sino yung isa-cite nyo?
Sir, as far as I know po, parang i-mention yung research ni Vercelles, then from that statement, sasabihin kung sino nagsabi, which is Marinas po.
Ayun. So, basically, if kagaya ng scenario na sinabi ko, though, kinuha niyo siya kay Berceles 2026 or nakita niyo yung statement kay Berceles 2026, yung isa-cite niyo pa rin is si Marinas et al. 2026 because doon yung ide-derive yung statements niyo to your manuscript. So, that's how we do citation. So, hindi porket nakita natin siya or nakuha natin siya kay Berceles 2026 or doon sa main journal natin, yun na yung kukuhanin nating citation. We need to cite pa rin doon sa statements na pinagkuhanan natin kung meron siyang citation as mentioned. Kunyari, Marinas 2026. Okay? Ayun, tama si Bilay, Marinas. So, ganun ha. So, but I'll be discussing naman yun further sa next coming next coming lessons natin. Inaano ko lang kayo, kino-cross-check ko lang kayo. So, properly cite the sources of information, yun nga, from maybe taken from any journals or statements from that specific journal article. Okay? So, literature review, literatures must only be taken from, yun nga, Science Direct, Web of Science, Google Scholars. So, we're limiting yung mga references nyo dito or yung mga books. Okay? And should be within around 5 years. But some of the references from the book, such as yung lagi natin ginagamit, kunwari sa Hare, kasi sila yung mga pioneer in doing structural equation modeling, di ba? Or yung mga parameters natin doon, sa goodness of fit, di ba? So, yun, may mga exceptions naman tayo. Kasi sila yung pioneer na naggawa ng statistical analysis na yun. Siyempre, sila yung need natin i-cite. Even though na 1990s pa sila or 2000s, sila pa rin yung isa-cite natin. But for the published articles should be around 5 years lang yung i-accept natin. So please be mindful on that. Criteria for selecting a topic: is there adequate supervision? There should be a member of faculty in the institution who has the expertise or interest in a particular topic. So, kaya nga tayo nag-work, for example, for that particular area or areas, is meron tayong faculty members na expert for that. For example, work measurement, ergonomics, data analytics, finance, OR, and etc. So, kaya if you wanted to pursue in that specific topic, you go to that specific advisor. Okay? Does the topic really interest you? Most research projects takes at least a year, and successful completion often depends on whether the topic continues to hold interest. Lose this and the task becomes the worst kind of, yun nga. Kagaya ng sinabi ko, pinipilit nyo lang na gusto nyong gawin yung topic na yun kasi gusto nyo yung si advisor na yun. But hindi nyo talaga kayo interested for that particular topic. So there will be high chance na you lose interest, medyo tatama rin kayong gawin, and eventually, madadalay na tapusin yung thesis nyo. Okay? So, choose a topic that really interests you. Can the topic be completed in the required time? Some topics by their very nature require time to elapse before data can be collected. Longitudinal growth studies and long-term attitude studies fall in this category. However, these types of studies they are rarely practical. So, if you wanted to do topics na tingin nyo na masyadong matagal gawin, and if you really wanted to pursue with that topic, I highly suggest na you look for your advisor, talk with that potential advisor, talk to his or her na doable po ba itong topic na to? About the time frame, give her or him a Gantt chart with regards to your topic or research. Is it doable, professor or ma'am, sir? Is it doable? Or do I need to start as early as now para matapos ko yung research for this particular period of time since I wanted to graduate on time? So that's why as early as now, napagkasunduan namin sa faculty na sa methods of research pa lang, meron na kayong advisor. Para if you will be working on your thesis and you wanted to pursue in a particular thesis or topic na medyo matagal or mahirapan kayong gawin or you wanted to graduate early or on time, so you need to look for your potential advisor para nasasabihan ka na niya or nag-guide ka na niya on the proper outlining nung thesis mo. And also, if he or she could guide you on your thesis publication. Paano niya i-recommend yung magiging at least meron na kayong guide. Hindi katulad nung nangyayari dati na tsaka palang lalapit kay advisor na, sir, kailangan ko po pala ng publication. Pero nasa thesis 1 ka na. So you already know, especially those students na need ng publication, na it will take months or even years to publish a paper. That is why pinapursue na as sa early nyo pa lang na early courses nyo pa lang na mag-publish na kayo ng paper, either journal or conference yan, basta Scopus Index yun, para malilesen na yung burden nyo pagdating ng thesis nyo. Para nagtitesis na lang kayo, you're not thinking about paano kaya ako makakapag-publish, kailan kaya ako makakapag-publish ng paper. So that's the goal. Kaya yung mga students ko as early as first year pa nga lang, ini-encourage ko na sila, yung mga naging student ko ng first year, to publish paper as early as first year para na-check nyo na yung publication requirement. Kasi hindi nyo naman yun hindi nyo naman yun mai-skip kasi kailangan nyo pa rin siya. Na-waive yung graduation, but hindi nyo naman makukuha yung diploma nyo and TOR nyo. So, wala rin sense yung waiving ng graduation nyo kung hindi nyo makikuha yung TOR and diploma nyo, yung credentials nyo. Diba? So, as early as now, for those students na wala pa rin publication, try to talk with professors your colleagues, your classmates, especially yung classmates nyo na naggagawa ng mga researches or potentially magpapasa sa conference. Talk with them, collaborate with them para meron na kayong mga nakapasa or nakasubmit. Huwag kayo magsettle sa isang submission lang kasi there might be problem. Kasi usually nagkaka-problem naman yung mga research. Maybe natatagalan i-publish, though na-present nyo na. Yung iba, nagte-take pa ng 6 months pagka-present, tsaka pa lang mapapublish. Minsan, hindi natin sigurado. So, very uncertain yung publication. So, you don't settle for just one submission. Okay? So, hanggat hindi kayo nakapublish sa Scopus ng isang publication, don't settle. Yun lang yung mga re-recommend ko sa inyo. Especially for those students na need pa ng publication. Okay? Kasi baka yun yung magiging bottleneck nyo sa graduation. So, is the necessary equipment available? Specialized and expensive equipment is required for many studies unless there is a reasonable assurance that necessary equipment will be available when required. A different choice of topic may be advisable. So, kung ano lang yung mga readily available sa atin, sa IEMG, or kung anong meron kayo. Kasi if beyond that, you need to, yun nga, look for your timeline, if it is doable or not. Are the subjects available? Much research, especially in the social sciences, requires the ready cooperation of participants to submit to questionnaires or experimental treatments and testing. Many thesis has been delayed or had its focus changed because the questions of availability of subjects are not carefully considered at the outset. So, kaya ko pinapagawa sa inyo agad yung mga research questionnaire nyo or research design nyo kasi yan lagi yung nagiging bottleneck nung research natin. Yes, Miss Mendoza?
Sir, regarding po dun sa publication,
Mm.
kasi yung batch, ano po yun, no, nag-start, batch 2018, tama po
Mm-mm.
ba?
Mm-mm.
And then prior batches, no need for publication
Mm.
naman.
If no need, if yung batch mo naman, yung curriculum batch mo, you could verify with Dean Mike. If no need
Apo.
naman, so you don't need to publish paper.
Ah,
Mm.
okay po, sir.
But verify that to Dean Mike, ha?
Yes.
To be
Apo,
sure.
yes po, sir.
Okay.
Yes po, sir. Okay, thank
Okay.
you po.
Mm. Are the travel funds available to locate data sources? Often travel is needed for field trips to collect data, to use particular equipment, or to do interview participants. Such investigation may require extensive travel, therefore costing and availability of funding need to be considered. Are library facilities sufficient? Many libraries facilities are essential for literary or analytical research studies. So I think for our library resources, na-provide naman nila yung mga needed natin journals and articles. So we don't have any much problem with regards to this. Is the study achievable? Another question to consider is whether the research techniques for testing a particular problem have been developed or sufficiently refined. This question implies that you need to determine the techniques to be used before embarking upon a study. So, ayun naman, kaya kayo may guidance ni advisor. They will guide you if, di ba kaya nga nagre-reject sila ng topic. O, ayoko na itong topic na to. Gusto ko itong topic na to. Ayoko na to. Hindi to achievable. Because they have the upper hand knowing if yung gusto mong gawin is achievable or not. Yung iba gusto ilang IE tools na yung ilagay. But in IE, we are requiring at least 2 IE tools and yung integration ng SDG. So it is a requirement for thesis that you should at least use 2 IE tools. Okay? So, yung iba masyadong masyadong broad or masyadong hindi na feasible yung gusto nilang gawin. So, we need to be yun nga, we need to know the scope and limitation ng magiging study natin. Is a problem significant one? Whether a problem is significant is never an easy question. For its answer requires considering the practical as well as the theoretical justification of the problems under investigation. An important part of any thesis is a section on significance of the study. Therefore, you should consider this question early in the life of the study. So that's why we're doing research gap. And then from that research gap, and then for the research gap, we identify the significance of the study. Okay? So for example, yung study nung yun nga nila Eneria, yung about sa energy, yung proposal nila. So as of now, yun talaga yung ano natin, need natin, ma-assess yung energy something or energy consumption, yung perception ng mga tao with regards to the increasing demand or increasing prices for our fuel or energy, 'di ba? So as of now, significant siya, kaya maganda siyang study. So yung mga pressing issues within the Philippines or globally, so we need to think about those topics para may relevance or significance yung mga study natin. For example, in the Philippines, hindi pa natin nagagawa yung ganong study. So mostly yun na nagiging ano natin gap natin or theoretical gap. Hindi natin na-include, for example, yung specific factor or gap within a Philippine setup na yung other study na nagawa yan, for example, in the US, but in the Philippines, we have this specific factor or latent variable na hindi na-include doon sa specific study na yon. Kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng extended TPB, extended TAM, di ba? Kaya natin siya ini-extend kasi we wanted that specific model to be local or locally focused, for example, in the Philippines. So, kaya tayo nag-extend ng mga theory or nag-edit ng mga theory. Applicable, for example, in the Philippines. At various key stages in planning a thesis, the feasibility of conducting a study must be faced. You need to ask hard questions about resources needed for tackling a particular problem and the justification in terms of time, effort, and expense. Okay? So for these particular methods of research, your next task is to do yung Gantt chart nyo. So I'll be giving you your you need to give me your timeline from doing your introduction until submitting to a journal article. So yun yung magiging timeline nyo. So give me a Gantt chart, introduction, survey questionnaire, methodology, result discussion, conclusion, presentation, finalization of your paper, and journal submission. So dapat matapos yun until week 13. Ha? Yun yung target natin. On week 13, dapat submitted na yun sa journal yung paper nyo. Or mas maaga, mas maganda. Okay? So you don't need to cram on submitting yung mga paper nyo. And we don't need to cram editing papers specifically with AI similarity or yung mga plagiarism natin. Okay? So yun yung target natin. Kaya tayo nag-i-start ng maaga. Kasi ayoko nung nagka-cram yung mga students ko with regards to doing research. Okay? Para rin ma-train na kayo in doing your thesis. Since yung thesis nyo minsan may kasabay pang ano, 'di ba? JT, 'di ba? May mga kung ano pang sasabay diyan. So you would be trained in doing a fast-paced research. Okay? Although yung research nyo naman is doable in 2 terms. So once you have decided on a topic, it is essential to review all relevant material that has bearing on the topic. This review of literature is included in the final written thesis as a key section or chapter. But for the Gantt chart, yung survey questionnaire nyo and theoretical framework nyo or yung experimental design nyo should be finished within the week 3. Para on week 4, nag-i-start na kayo mag-survey or data gathering. Okay? So, yun yung non-negotiable sa Gantt chart nyo. Okay? Please be mindful on that. helpful tips. It is necessary to show how the problem under investigation relates to previous research studies. In some subject areas, it is important to locate the problem within a theoretical framework. And in such cases, the underlying theory needs to be reviewed as well. So yun nga, are you going to do extended or a modified framework and etc. So kaya yun yung ina-assess natin ngayon as early as now. I'm asking you to give me the theoretical framework and yung survey questionnaires nyo. In surveying a field, initially it is useful to work from a general to a specific or from tertiary to secondary sources of information to primary sources. Okay? Kaya tayo nagpa-funneling ng topic from broad topic and then we funnel that specific topic into one topic na gagawin natin. Into one area of topic. In reviewing the research articles or case studies for literature, remember to always cite your sources or references and avoid plagiarism. But I think you're all familiar with that naman on how you would do proper citation. So for this particular subject, we will be using the APA citation, the recent one. You could use the APA citation machine or even Mendeley in doing yung citation nyo. So what is plagiarism? To plagiarize means to steal and pass off the ideas or words of another as one's own. So hindi natin pwedeng i-claim yung sinulat ko na rin ni Marinas et al. 2025 na i-claim mo na sinulat mo yun. So we need to properly cite their statements or their research. To use another production without crediting the source. To commit literary theft. So nangyayari yun. So one of the Filipino scholars na nakilala ko, yung study niya kinopya entirely sa ng isang Indian student or Indian scholar. Yung data, iniba lang, kinuha completely yung data, iniba lang yung mga wordings sa manuscript. So that is also one form of plagiarism, not only from the statements, but also from the datas. Okay? To present as new or original an idea or product derived from an existing source. So from Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary. So yun yung meaning ng plagiarism. All of the following are considered plagiarism: turning in someone else's work as your own, copying words or ideas from someone else without giving credit, failing to put a quotation in quotation mark, giving incorrect information about the source of quotation. So, kaya tayo nagko-quotation kasi directly kinokopya natin yung statements nila. So, in the next coming weeks, I'll be discussing on how you properly do citation. So, changing words but copying the sentence structure of sources without giving credit. Copying so many words or ideas from a source that it makes up the majority of your work, whether you give credit or not. So that's why a maximum of 2% per references yung inaalaw ko. Using figures, tables, illustration, flowcharts, diagrams without indicating the source. So if, di ba, kumukuha tayo ng mga figures, dapat lagi naka-properly cite yan. For example, yung tables natin or yung figures natin or diagrams natin from DepEd, for example. That's why we source DepEd 2025, for example. And then we still cite that on our bibliography or reference. Kasi hindi naman galing sa atin yung table na yun. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. So, hindi instant ang paggawa ng paper. During my time, nung college ako, we do go to National Library just to read some articles na nakikita nyo sa Science Direct nyo. Print out pa yun dati. And we need to travel from our school going to National Library just to get journals. Sometimes we need to fall in line pa in order for us to get that specific journal or that specific book para lang magkaroon kami ng source sa thesis namin. Now, you have the resources, many resources readily available for you to, yun nga, para magamit nyo sa research nyo. I'm not against AI. AI is a worthy, ayun nga, talagang nakaka-help sa atin siya sa paggawa ng research. But make AI as a guide, but don't fully copy all those information na binibigay sa atin ng AI. We could make it as an outline, but still, all those information should be validated from relevant resources. Okay? Since, of course, nakakapag-help siya talaga sa atin since fast-paced yung mga research natin ngayon. Nakaka-help talaga siya in terms of time frame. But, don't copy and paste all those information na binibigay ni Gemini and ni ChatGPT and others AI sources. You need to validate since hindi lahat ng binibigay niya is tama. And, yun nga, we need to properly cite those statements. Of course, dapat, ano yun, should be credited for those authors na gumawa ng mga statements na yan. Okay? So, AI could be used as a guide or guidelines for the outline and so on. But, yun nga, we need to still read statements, read journal articles, read books in order for us to validate those statements. So, ayan, tumuhol na yung answer namin. Okay? So, basically, that ends yung topic 1 natin. Any questions about the selection of topic? So, no questions? Okay. So, for topic 2, it will be about related literature. So, medyo siguro papahaginan ko na since we need to finish those topics. Wait lang ha. So, ito. Review of related literature. So, for most students, also me, ito yung pinakamahirap na part ng research. To construct a RRL, the RRL section. Kasi parang sobrang dami mong babasahin in order for you to create this specific section. So, yung RRL, as mentioned, kasi we do have different types of research construction, thesis construction. Yung iba, IMRAD. So, ano yung IMRAD? Introduction, methodology, results, discussion, and conclusion, plus the recommendation. So, yung the RRL nyo included na sa introduction nyo. So, nakalagay na siya sa background of the study, significance, research gap, or theoretical research framework nyo. Kasi binibuild up na naman natin yung literature doon. So, you don't need to have an extra section for literature review. But for experimental, more on experimental, need pa rin natin magkaroon ng RRL section. So, sorry for that disturbance. So, review of literatures. The review of literature serves 3 important functions. Continues the process of giving background information needed to understand the study, assures that the author is knowledgeable about the significant researches or study that has been done in that specific area. Kaya nga, di ba gumagawa minsan tayo nung table about literature review. For example, you're doing TAM study with regards to acceptance ng specific application. So, yung ibang professor nagpapagawa pa yan ng table and then you should do a literature research gap, and then in table format, you need, for example, at least 15 literature review or articles, and then you will be comparing them. Ano yung ginawa nila with regards to that specific topic? Gumamit ba sila ng TAM, ng TPB? Ano yung naging result ng study nila? Gumamit ba sila ng anong latent variables and etc. And then from that specific journals, magkakaroon tayo ng summary or synthesis kung ano yung pwede natin gawin dun sa magiging research natin. Okay? It is important to prepare a topic outline to have a logical discussion of the review of related literature, discuss the objectives, variables used, results, and methodologies of each article so that you can present the researches that had been undertaken, not merely summarizing the article. Okay? So, di ba pagka gumagawa tayo ng table sa RRL, we put the author name, title, anong main method na ginawa nila, ano yung dinagdag nila sa framework na yon, ano yung naging significant result ng study nila, and etc. And then from that, we summarize ano yung pwede nating maging literature gap and pwede nating i-include or incorporate or i-integrate sa magiging study natin. Actually, that's the proper steps on how you do research. What can you gain in doing a literature review? Increase knowledge of the topic as a result of the time, effort, and resources invested in studying the problem. That's why I keep on telling you to read journals. Read this specific article kasi wala naman talagang shortcut. Though you could ask ChatGPT and Gemini to provide you sets of journal articles related to the specific item. Still, you need to read those articles. So, how would we able to know kung ano yung nagiging summary ng specific journal na yon based from the abstract. So, we read the title and the abstract. And then from that, makikita natin kung talaga bang maging applicable siya sa study natin or not. That's why, isa sa nagiging parameter ng pag-accept ng journal is yung abstract. So, dapat well-curated yung abstract natin kasi doon mag-base yung readers natin kung babasahin ba nila fully yung journal nyo or hindi. Okay? Give new ideas and approaches that may not have occurred to you. Gain information about other researchers by doing work in the same topic area of study, individuals who may be contacted for advice or feedback. Know how others have tackled methodological and design issues in studies similar to yours. That is why we read papers similar to your study. Diba? Kasi doon natin nakaka-capture kung paano natin i-outline yung research natin or yung thesis natin or yung research natin. Leads to sources of data that you may not have not known existed. Meron na pala nitong study na gusto kong gawin. So, paano ko siya may improve? So, based on that specific study na nabasa mo, go to the recommendation. Ano yung future studies na na nire-recommend niyang gawin mo that you might explore or maybe extend. Orientation of the measurement and analytical tools that other researchers have developed and used effectively. Learn various methods dealing with problem situation that may be similar to difficulties you may encounter. Get meaning out of data or make sense of findings and eventually helps tie your results to the work of previous researchers. So, di ba nagagamit din natin yung literature review natin in dealing with our discussion. So, lagi kong sinasabi yan, on your discussion part, to strengthen your study, cite different literatures or journal articles based on the similarities or differences of your study result from previous studies. Kasi doon yung may strengthen yung study results nyo. That's based from this specific literature or study na similar yung naging study nyo or the other way around na kay Marinas et al. 2024 si social norms is significant to ganitong to maybe subjective norms but in your study hindi siya significant. Why? Discuss it further kasi yung cohort ko ganito ganyan. Kasi yung cohort ni Marinas et al. Ay nasa developing countries while me is nasa developed countries. And maybe yung the way the people perceive in the Philippines is different from the way Malaysian people, for example, perceive that specific line of topic na ginawa nyo. Okay? Format of literature review, follow the American Psychological Association APA citation format. I think 7th edition yung gagawin nyo. Hindi ko na-update. 7th edition. Include a synthesis in the end which contains the relevant methodologies or findings that may be applicable to your study. So at the end of your literature review, dapat laging may synthesis. So in some of my advices, I even asking them to do mind map doon sa literature review nila. So at the start of their literature review, nasa center yung title or topic, and then magma-mind map sila with regards, for example, they use eye tracking. From eye tracking, ano yung ginamit nila? Nag-ano ba sila? Nag-data analytics sila? Ano yung kinuha nilang parameter doon? Kumuha ba sila ng ganitong parameter ng eye, ng pupil diameter, and etc. Anong ginamit nilang, for example, icon? Saan nagmula yung icon na yon? And then magma-map out pa rin yun. So at least yun yung naging outline ng literature review nila. In the coming weeks, I'll be showing you an example on how to do that kind of RRL using mind map. So references, prepare a summary of your references. Follow yun nga, APA. So I think I will not. So basically, I'll just present na lang din tong recording na, ay itong link na to. I'll skip it out na. So what is plagiarism? So as discussed earlier, an act of using or copying the ideas of words of another person without giving credit to that specific person. So all of these are all of the following are considered plagiarism: turning in someone else's work as your own, copying words, failing to put a quotation in quotation marks, giving incorrect information about the source of a quotation. So parang minimis information mo na yung sinabi nung yung talagang author doon sa sinasabi mo na sa manuscript mo. Para lang matweak yung information, para lang masunod based doon sa results ng study mo. So hindi yun proper, ha? So dapat hindi natin iniiba yung sense ng statements nila. Though we paraphrase, but the sense of those statements should be still the same. Yun, changing words but copying the sentence structure of a source without giving credit. Since ano ko naman na ito, discuss ko na earlier, so I'll skip this one. So format of a literature review. Each review typically contains the following: situation or problem, objective, methodology, and results. So as mentioned, di ba, yung sa table format, ganun lang din yun. So example presentation of research findings, case study from Revelino Garcia, 1988, recognized the importance of marketing concept for long-term growth when he developed strategic marketing model for San Sebastian College Recoletos in Cavite City. Using multiple regression, Garcia was able to determine the marketing costs, market share, and competitors' marketing strategies affected the school revenue. So for example, di ba lagi tayong nagsisimula sa ganun? For example, Marinas et al. 2025 states that, develops that, indicated that, di ba lagi naman tayo nag-start sa ganun? So, in their study, hindi specifically na, na apelido, pwede natin sabihin na in their study, or they was able to determine, basta laging third person. So in this particular example, yung surname nung author yung nilagay. Garcia was able to determine, so in their study, for example, the authors was able to determine that etc. 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 Okay? I think you're all familiar with that naman. So next. Oops. Anong burahin na ito ngayon? So in the case of linking student satisfaction and service quality for reception, Atiyama 1997 clarified that the relationship between consumer satisfaction and perceived quality. The study concluded that the consumer satisfaction in short term and results from an evaluation of a specific consumption experience will perceive service quality in the overall evaluation of a product or service. So, di ba nakita niyo yung construction from introduction, ano yung ginawa nila, ano yung topic nila, ano yung ginawa nilang methodology, ano yung naging results nila, and ano yung naging conclusion nila sa study nila. So, di ba ganun tayo gumawa ng literature review and on how we do discussion part on our research. So we only have 3 minutes na lang pala left on sa class natin. Lang. Ilang slides ba to? So I will just skip those things. So ayun pala, tapos na rin naman pala. So basically that is how we do RRL. In the next meeting, I'll be discussing another topic, but I'll be showing you yung how to do the mind mapping ng RRL and an example of table presentation ng RRL. So before we end the class, do you have any question or clarification? So for Friday class, I'll be asking you to do a Gantt chart. So we still need to be here sa Zoom. Recorded pa rin yun, even though you're doing some, maggagawa na lang tayo na tawag doon, session, ano tawag doon? Yung mga room sa Zoom, and then I'll be asking each group members to, and I'll be asking you to to go to that specific room by group and then discuss how will you do yung Gantt chart nyo. Okay? So any question before we end the class? None? So I'll be meeting you again on Friday. Thank you for attending today's class. Goodbye, class.
Thank you po.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
sir.